Hi guys, I'm back again today with another video, and today we are checking out every European language family in 8 minutes. So before we start, don't forget to subscribe, click the bell button, and let's find out how they're like grouped together. Let's get it.
Germanic, a major branch of Indo-European, originated in Northern Europe
Indo-European.
during the first millennium BCE. It divided into three groups: West Germanic, which includes English, German, and Dutch; North Germanic,
Mm.
which developed into the Scandinavian languages like Swedish, Danish, Norwegian, and Icelandic; and the now extinct East Germanic, best represented by Gothic. The early Germanic tribes, including the Goths,
Gothic.
Saxons, and Franks, spread their languages through conquest and settlement, leaving a deep mark on European history. With the later rise of colonial empires, especially the British Empire, English became a global language of commerce, science, and diplomacy. Germanic languages carry immense cultural influence, from the sagas of Old
Mm.
Norse to the literature of Goethe and Shakespeare. Today, they dominate Northern Europe and extend worldwide through globalization, migration, and international exchange, remaining among the most impactful language families in history. Romance, a language family descendant directly.
Oh, interesting. Well, is it the reason why German? I'm not sure about Dutch and the others, the other Germanic language, but is it why German and English have the same grammatic structure? And for example, maybe in Romanic or Romance, I don't know. But I'm seeing French, I'm seeing Spain, right? So do they also follow the same grammatic structure? So it will be easy for like a French to learn Spanish and vice versa. And it will be easy for like a German to learn English and vice versa, question mark, because German is hard. Like their words for certain things is a sentence. Um if you know, let me know if it's not going to be mentioned in this video. But let's continue.
Remaining among the most impactful language families in history. Romance, a language family descended
Romance.
directly from Latin, the language of the Roman Empire, which spread across Europe during Roman conquests. After the empire's fall, Latin evolved regionally into distinct languages such as Italian, French, Spanish,
Mm.
Portuguese, and Romanian. These languages share a strong Latin vocabulary base and many grammatical similarities, though each absorbed elements from local tongues and later influences.
We got it.
The expansion of Spain, Portugal, and France through exploration and colonization made Romance languages global, spoken today in the Americas, Africa, and parts of Asia.
So Filipino will be Romance, I believe. I think ish, a little bit. It's not 100 because we have like uh, Malay, Austro. I forget. Okay, but I think because obviously Spain colonization and we have a lot of Spanish borrowed words, so a little bit of
French became a language of diplomacy, while Spanish and Portuguese are among the most widely spoken in the world. Italian preserved a close link to classical Latin, especially in literature and culture. The Romance family remains central to world communication, art, philosophy, and identity, blending classical roots with modern global presence. Slavic, another major branch of Indo-European, spread from Eastern Europe beginning in the early medieval period. It divides into East Slavic, Russian, Ukrainian, Belarusian, West Slavic, Polish,
I
Czech,
feel like these are
Slovak, and
the
South
Slavic
Slavic,
language
Serbian,
or the sorry for talking over, I'll go back. Um I feel like the Slavic language are the hardest in European language. I was gonna say the world, but I lie. In Europe. One of the hardest in the world, obviously, the Slavic languages. Because like I don't know. I just feel like it's really hard to learn. Like compared to Romanic languages or Romance, I think Slavic is so hard. You can correct me if you think I'm wrong.
period. It divides into East Slavic, Russian, Ukrainian, Belarusian, West Slavic, Polish, Czech, Slovak, and South Slavic, Serbian, Bulgarian, Croatian, Slovene. Russian became especially dominant through the Russian Empire and Soviet Union, spreading influence across Eurasia. Slavic languages share deep cultural ties to Orthodox Christianity, Catholicism, and later socialist movement. Rich literary
Mm.
traditions, such as the works of Dostoevsky, Tolstoy, and Mickiewicz, have had global impact. The family has
Wow.
also
Haven't
preserved
heard
elements
those
of
names
ancient
forever.
Indo-European grammar, such as cases, making it highly distinctive. Today, Slavic languages represent a massive cultural bloc in Europe, spoken by over 300 million people. They remain central to geopolitics, regional identity, and cultural continuity across Eastern Europe, the Balkans, and beyond. Celtic. The Celtic languages once stretched across much of Europe during antiquity, but today
Mm.
survive mainly on Europe's western fringes. These include Irish, Scottish Gaelic, Welsh, and Breton, with Cornish and Manx revived in recent decades. Celtic tongues descend from the ancient languages of the Gauls and Britons, which were pushed back by Roman expansion, later Germanic invasions, and political suppression. Despite decline, they remain powerful symbols of cultural identity and resistance. Irish and Welsh enjoy official recognition and efforts to revive their use in schools and media. The Celtic languages are
Mm.
linked with rich oral and poetic traditions, mythology, and
I
folklore
think I
that
like
shaped Europe's
Celtic
imagination, from Arthurian legends to medieval
sounds.
bardic poetry. Though spoken by smaller populations today, they embody resilience.
Like the way it sound to me is it's like what the fudge are you talking about? But I love the rhythm. The sound of it is so beautiful.
Representing the survival of Europe's oldest cultural voices and a determination to preserve heritage against centuries of dominance. Baltic, the Baltic language family,
Celtic.
a branch of Indo-European, is represented today by only two living languages,
Oh.
Lithuanian and Latvian. Historically, however,
Oh.
Baltic was once spoken across a larger area of northeastern Europe. Old Prussian, another Baltic language, disappeared in the 17th century after Germanization. Lithuanian is particularly important for linguists because it preserves many
Mm.
archaic features of Proto-Indo-European, making it one of the most conservative living languages. Latvian developed under strong German and Scandinavian influence, shaping its vocabulary and culture. Both nations experienced centuries of domination by powerful neighbors, yet their languages became central to national identity during struggles for independence in the 19th and 20th centuries. Today, Baltic languages are official in their respective states and serve as symbols of resilience, modernity, and historical continuity, linking contemporary Baltic nations to their ancient linguistic roots. Hellenic. The Hellenic family is represented
This is
almost
Greek.
entirely by Greek,
Yeah.
a language with a documented history of
Hellenic.
over 3,000 years. Ancient Greek was the language of Homer's epics, philosophy, democracy, and science, shaping Western civilization. Classical Greek influence
Exactly. We have a lot of Greek influence, right, in our like medicines, in mathematics, like and a lot of words is Greek. Um
Roman
Geography.
culture, Christianity, and European thought for centuries. Byzantine Greek preserved the language through the Eastern Roman Empire, while modern Greek evolved with significant continuity. Greek has contributed countless words to global vocabulary in fields such as medicine,
Exactly.
politics, and philosophy. Although spoken by
There
a
we go.
relatively small population today, Greek holds immense cultural prestige and remains the official language of Greece and Cyprus. Its long unbroken tradition makes it unique among European languages, standing as a bridge between antiquity and the present. Greek demonstrates how language can be both a vehicle of cultural legacy and a vital modern identity. Albanian? Albanian is a unique Indo-European branch with no close relatives, spoken
Oh.
primarily in Albania, Kosovo, and parts of the Balkans. It developed in relative isolation, preserving ancient linguistic elements while also borrowing heavily from neighboring languages such as Latin, Greek, Turkish, and Slavic. Its origins remain debated, with some scholars linking it to the ancient Illyrian or Thracian peoples. Albanian has two major dialects, Geg in the north and Tosk in the south, with the latter forming the basis of the standard language. Despite centuries of foreign domination under the Ottoman and
Mhm.
other empires, Albanian endured as a strong marker of cultural identity and nationalist pride. In the 19th and 20th centuries, the language became a rallying point for independence movements. Today it continues to thrive, uniting Albanians across national borders while maintaining its distinct linguistic heritage. Uralic. The Uralic family is unrelated to Indo-European and stretches from northern Scandinavia to Siberia. Its most notable members in Europe are Finnish, Estonian, and Hungarian. These languages are
Okay.
marked by complex grammar, agglutination, and vowel harmony. The smaller Sami languages are spoken across Lapland, while other Uralic tongues survive in Russia's interior, including
They're
Komi,
like
Mari, and Udmurt. Hungarians trace their linguistic roots to nomadic tribes that migrated from the Eurasian steppe, while Finns and Estonians developed strong maritime and forest cultures. Uralic languages long resisted Indo-European dominance, preserving unique identities within Europe. They also played central roles in independence movements, particularly in Finland, Estonia, and Hungary. Despite modern pressures and declining use among minority groups, Uralic languages remain culturally significant, symbolizing resilience, diversity, and ancient connections between Europe and Eurasia, offering a stark contrast to surrounding Indo European traditions. Turkic, the Turkic family, originating in Central Asia, expanded westward through nomadic migrations and empire building. In Europe,
Hmm.
the most prominent Turkic language is Turkish, spoken widely in Turkey and Cyprus, as well as in diaspora communities across the continent. Historically, Turkic speaking peoples, especially under the Seljuks and Ottomans, played major roles in shaping European history. The Ottoman Empire carried Turkish language and culture deep into southeastern Europe, leaving lasting legacies in the Balkans. Today, Turkish remains a major cultural and political force, linking Europe with Asia. While Turkic languages share agglutinative grammar and common roots, they also reflect regional influences. Their endurance in Europe highlights centuries of migration, conquest, and cultural exchange, making the Turkic family a living reminder of Eurasian interconnection. Basque. Basque is one of Europe's greatest
Basque.
linguistic mysteries, an isolate unrelated to any known family. Spoken in the Western Pyrenees, across northern Spain and southwestern France, it predates the arrival of Indo-European languages and may represent a remnant of Europe's prehistoric speech. Despite centuries of Roman, Frankish, and Spanish influence, Basque survived through strong cultural identity and community resilience. Its vocabulary absorbed outside influences, but its grammar remains unique and complex. Basque became a symbol of regional pride and resistance, particularly during Francoist Spain when it was suppressed. Today, revitalization efforts have expanded its use in schools, media, and public life. Though spoken by under 1 million people, its survival into the modern era is remarkable. Basque stands as proof of Europe's deep linguistic diversity, offering a living link to an ancient cultural past.
Wow.
Of
I
Europe's deep
think
linguistic diversity.
here Austronesia is the root of our language. So maybe that's where. Oh, I need to watch that too because I want to know. I think that is like the world. Yeah, every major language explained in a minute. So maybe we'll check that out soon. But this one is very informative. I really like that because it's not necessarily something that we get to learn. Like they don't teach us this. It's like you I don't know, maybe some subjects do if you're doing like European studies, maybe you learn this, but in a lot of education, we don't get this unless you are willing to like study this. What am I even trying to say? But you get the point. And yeah, let me know what language you speak and which family does it come from. What am I trying to say? And we will check out the major languages also just to kind of like see it in it in is in its entirety. Why can't I not pronounce word? Well, let me know what your thoughts are, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.